Hey everyone, let's draw a mermaid. Today I'll walk you through a concept drawing, rough sketch, tight sketch, and my drawing process. Then I will transfer it to my iPad. Once on the iPad, I will copy, correct, and outline, and then it is ready for coloring. Enjoy! Welcome. This is the concept drawing of my original character, Marlie Mermaid. Now, I've already laid down the basic parts of the mermaid. I did record it, but the footage is lost somewhere in the cloud. If you see it, let me know so that I can put it in the video. It would not let me put it on the computer. I tried to transfer it from my phone to my computer and I cannot find it anywhere. So, moving on. For me, a concept drawing includes two things: a rough sketch and a tight sketch. Here you can see that I have loosely designed my mermaid with shapes, forms, and lines. I will explain the tight sketch in the next part. And I will speed this part up just because it doesn't really show anything new. In this part, I realized that I unintentionally made my mermaid look more like a merman. So I'm going to go ahead and correct that. And you'll see that through these next little pieces, how I correct that. So I'm bringing the shoulders closer together because women, in my opinion, have smaller shoulders. They're not as broad. I did also correct her shoulder. I noticed that it was too far forward, so I brought it back behind the cavity, so that the chest cavity, so that it was in the correct position. Right now it doesn't look like it's in the correct position because I made her arms longer than in human anatomy. So her arm is intentionally longer. I stepped away, but cut that part out so that you guys didn't have to wait for me to come back from doing whatever it was that I was doing. I don't even know at this point. So, if you are ever struggling with something and you can't get it to look right, step away from it. Most of the time when you come back to it, you're able to see what you need to correct. In school, our instructor had us step away from the project and look at it at a distance of about 15 to 20 feet, and then go back to it, and we were able to correct whatever we needed to correct. If you notice, I am doing a lot of pencil fumbling. Please forgive the pencil fumbling. I needed to get a grip. I repeat, I needed to get a grip. I needed to get a grip closer to the tip of the pencil lead, as the lead I'm using is 2H, which is very light. What I want to achieve by bringing my grip closer to the edge of the pencil is to define the edge. By defining the edge, I am making my drawing a little bit tighter. And even though this is still a rough sketch, defining those edges is how one would go from a rough sketch to a tight sketch. Now I will explain my pencil. My pencil, for those who are wondering, I made a custom grip. Because I have a condition called the Quervains, and for those of you that don't know what the Quervains is, I got it from repeated injury to my wrist, and now my tendons just swell up when I draw or write or cut. So in order to get around that, I made a custom pencil grip. It is based off of a grip for children to help the children hold their pencil the correct way. I did make this pencil grip from clay. I formed it when it was wet, and then I baked it in the oven. But what this allows me to do is when I'm holding my pencil, I don't hold it as tight. And that makes it so that I can keep my decor veins calm and have longer drawing sessions. Back at the timestamp 5:11, I was working on the hands, and all I did for the hands was I made it look like a computer mouse, and it's just a basic round shape for what I did for that. And then I defined the rib cage, the lines that make the rib cage. I defined those a little bit. I do struggle with the breast, but I do know one of the best ways is to draw a teardrop shape instead of a circle. Now, I do make them more symmetrical later on in the iPad during the inking process. The face. Drawing the face is my favorite part because I always get something wrong, and figuring out what I did wrong is the best part of being an artist. So I did decide to step away from drawing the face because I couldn't seem to get it right, and I moved on to the hair for half a second, and then I go back to the face. For me, adding that little bit of hair helped me figure out what was going on, what was wrong with the way I was drawing the face, and I just went to a basic U-shaped face instead of trying to draw the circle, and I think that helped quite a bit. But I do think that I'm going to fast forward this part and put some music to it. So go ahead and watch along while I fast forward. Welcome back. I have taken a picture of the original drawing on my iPad and then transferred the drawing into the program Procreate. In Procreate, I copied, traced my original drawing, and I outlined it with red and some blue. And right now I am inking with a black pen, black brush pen, one of the ones that came with Procreate, I do believe. And then I am going to do a little bit darker lines because I do know that line weight can contribute to the overall picture of a drawing. And right now the lines that I'm putting in are the parts where I'm going to put the dark lines are the shadows of my drawing, and that is where I will have shadows when I color it. Now, when I color it, I'm not going to be coloring it in Procreate because I like to use my Prismacolors and my Copics, and I think that it will be very pretty to draw with markers. Sometimes I use Sharpies. I used to use only Sharpies, but now that I have my Copics and my Prismacolor, I like to use those. So down at the bottom, I am drawing some seashells, just to give a basis of those. And then this part's fun because my son wanted to be a part of my drawing. So I let him color it and drag and drop some colors, and I created a new layer for him to do that. And then when he was done, I just deleted it. And that is the end of that video. If you want to see what else I've been up to, click on one of the recommended videos below. I have all sorts of videos. Procreate videos, coloring videos, hair videos. And by hair videos, I do mean hair coloring tips, not how to do your hair videos. Alright, see you next time. Enjoy!